Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Tuesday, the 24th of January 2023. In today's Millwall news, many bids for many strikers. What's going on? Well, let's see from Gary Rowett. So Millwall boss focused on adding attacking options before transfer window shuts. This is from londonnewsonline.co.uk. Gary Rowett is only focused on helping his attacking players out with more options in the transfer market after conceding that his Millwall squad is very thin compared to other clubs seeking a championship playoff spot. The Lions boss was keen to praise those that were in his team after Saturday's 1-0 win at Cardiff City that kept him in touch with the top six. In terms of energy, in terms of effort, in terms of progression, in terms of spirit, desire, there's not going to be another team in the division that can do the things we would do, said Rowett. Where we need to improve is on the ball and make games easier for ourselves. Today we only really had young Romain Esse, now left leg on the bench, give us something late on because we had two attacking options. When you look at some of the other teams in and around us, they've got 4, 5 or 6 attacking options. That's going to be the difference. Millwall are 8th in the championship table and are 2 points off third with the game in hand. Rowett is not paying loads of attention to the league standings. I think it's really important that we help some of those players out up there. He said the group deserve it because they work so hard to get into that position. Indeed. So what he's saying is by bringing in more attackers, it's not to replace the ones we've got, it's to help them out. So he's kind of putting them at ease, even though you would think you want to bring in an attacker who's better than the ones that we've got. But it's more in terms of helping them out, not replacing them while they're doing all the hard graft. So obviously they are trying to sign an attacker. We've heard about Lyndon Dykes and certain other players. Some may or may not be true, but now we don't have a game this weekend. Our next game is Saturday week against Sunderland at home, 4th of February. So I think the club have gone in overdrive, and that's very much seems to be the case today because it's all kicked off tonight. So this was published first at 5:32 today, Tuesday. It's from the Daily Record.co.uk. Kevin Nisbet faces Hibs transfer as Millwall make £1 million plus bid and hold talks with Easter Road Club. The Scotland cap has netted 7 goals for the Easter Road side since returning from injury. Yes, more on that later. Millwall have made a big money move for Kevin Nisbet as they look to take the Hibs striker to the English Championship this month. The Easter Road Club are now in discussion with the Lions as they attempt to land the informed Scotland star in a £1 million plus deal. And Record Sport understands that clubs are getting close to an agreement that looks likely to see the 25-year-old head to London. Nisbet has just returned from a serious injury, has been the key man for Lee Johnson with 7 goals in 7 games since his return to match fitness. The front man has been a bargain since signing from Dunfermline Athletic in 2020 and has forced his way to the Scotland setup and has proved to be one of the best finishers in the Scottish Premiership. Oh, I like the sound of that. A good finisher, yes please. Hibs have previously turned down an offer from Birmingham City two previous seasons, but Nisbet is now going into the final 18 months of his contract. They don't want to be in the same situation as they are with Ryan Porteous, who could leave for nothing in the summer. Indeed. So that was the state of play early evening between 5 and 6 o'clock from the Daily Record. Now we've got this from the Scotsman.com. Hibs reject Millwall bid for Kevin Nisbet after the Lions fall well short of Scotland striker's valuation. Hibs have knocked back £1 million bid for striker Kevin Nisbet. The Scotland international striker, who's made a successful return from a long-term knee injury, banging 7 goals in his first 7 games, is a subject of interest from Millwall, but the English Championship side have fallen well shy of the Leaf Club's valuation of the player. The Easter Road outfit have had to fend off interest in their prize asset before and turned down a near £3 million offer from Birmingham City 2 years ago. Since then, the 25-year-old has been capped 10 times for Scotland, scoring once, featuring for Steve Clarke's men in each of their 3 group games at the Euro 2020. And although he has spent most of the past year rehabilitating from an injury sustained in a 0-0 draw with Celtic last February, he's hit the ground running since his reintroduction following the World Cup break, showing some of the best form of his career. Hibs boss Lee Johnson already faces the prospect of losing main defender Ryan Bortius in this window and is anxiously awaiting results of a scan that will determine the extent of Rocky Bashiri's injury. And I don't really care about that. Did I mention Nisbet again? So Nisbet signed for the club from Dunfermline Athletic in 2020, and as one of the most promising in-demand young strikers in the country, he was also always seen as an investment. Signed up on a 4-year deal, and any decisions about his future remain in Hibs' hands. When the striker was being chased by Birmingham City, Porteous was also the subject of a £1 million bid from Millwall. Again, the club wanted more. Now, with his current deal set to expire in the summer, they face losing him for nothing unless he's moved out on a knockdown price this month. Blackburn, Watford, Toulouse, and Udinese are all waiting for the wings. Once bitten, twice shy. The club do not want to risk the same thing happening to Nisbet. That does not mean they will allow him to go in this window, certainly not for the £1 million starting bid table bought by the Lions. Well, they should have took the bid from Birmingham City, the $3 million. Why did they reject that? If all they care about is money, they should have took that. Now, funnily enough, when that Birmingham City bid came around, and this is from the heraldscotland.com, he put in a transfer request, and in January 2021, I believe. Now, it was an opportunity that could have quadrupled his wages. Championship clubs pay 4 times the wages that he's getting in the Scottish Premiership. Refusal, it seemed, to dulled his predatory instincts. Hibernian's rejection of Birmingham City's multiple bids of up to $3 million for Kevin Nisbet in January coincided with a drop-off. First in form and then in first-team involvement for a striker previously threatening to outshine Celtic's Odsonne Edouard. On league goals alone, the 24-year-old still splits Edouard and James Daphne, and sat his timely return to finish form off with a chance to set the record straight. So Nisbet had handed in an official transfer request before the window closed, but after coming off the bench wearing Dingwall, insisted far too much had been made of his unhappiness at thwarted championship ambitions. It wasn't too hard, to be honest. Listen, things happen in football, and it's obviously a massive opportunity to go. I love the club, I get on really well with the gaffer, and have a great relationship with everyone. As soon as the window closed, it was in the past, and my full focus and attitude was fine. I was there for the boys, I worked really hard in training, and I worked hard when I got on the pitch. And for us now, it's about getting into Europe and scoring as many goals as I can for Hibs between now and the end of the season. So, there you go. He could have had his wages quadrupled by coming to the Championship. And you would expect, mate, that's what's going to happen now if he does go to Millwall. And who are Hibs to say that he can't do that? They should have took the $3 million from Birmingham last year. They get $3 million. He quadruples his wages. Everyone's happy. Why are you messing him around? Now, apparently, so obviously he's had an injury. This is from bbc.co.uk. This is from March 2022. So last year he got injured. He's been ruled out for 7 to 9 months. After Thursday's operation in London, he got an ACL injury and a meniscus tear. So serious stuff. But he came back. He seems to be all healed up. Come back, doing quite well. And then they're talking about him making the Scotland squad, but I don't think he did. But I'd say, yeah, he's back. He's back in the league scoring goals. Now, in terms of the deal, now, it's obviously we've got the bid accepted, we've got the bid rejected. We got this here. Now, this is some random on Twitter, right? Twitter.com. Ross AFTBL. I don't know what that means. Now he says, if you look on the right hand side, that he's the son of a former football agent, sharing as much information as I can on transfers. He's a Celtic and an Everton fan, and he's freelance. Okay, so is he Irish? Kevin Nisbet to Millwall is close to being complete. Now this was put up just before midnight. Just before midnight on Tuesday, coming into Wednesday. Kevin Nisbet to Millwall is close to being completed. The first bid was rejected, 850k. Millwall have improved their offer to 1 million, but Hibs want around 1.2 million. And a lot of the Hibs fans are saying that Kevin Nisbet is travelling to Millwall tomorrow to speak to them because the offer of 1.25 was accepted. That's going around quite a few places from Hibs fans themselves. And they're not happy about it. So it would seem, I believe, that Dunfermline have a sell-on clause. So that if that's around 20%, that will explain why they want 1.2 million. They want 1 million for themselves, and then the extra money will be going to Dunfermline. But according to the son of a former football agent, the offer it's close to being completed. But the first bid of 850k was rejected. We've made an offer of 1 million, but they want 1.2. If it's close to being completed, then surely we must have agreed to 1.2. I don't know, but a lot of people are saying he's travelling down tomorrow, so we'll wait and see. Now, is he any good? So this is his numbers. Obviously, he's came back. He started playing again in November, I think. Since then, scored 7 goals in 6 appearances, 1 assist, 3.3 shots per game. He's not holding back. He seems to be fully fit. His knee, his meniscus is all healed up. Got a rating of 7.58, which would put him as one of the best players in that division. Yeah, pretty good. Strengths at aerial duels. He likes to play long balls. He plays the ball ground often. So let's look at his latest matches. So December. He came back 15th of December against Rangers. Got man of the match. He was on the losing team. He scored 1 goal. Played 79 minutes, but he got the highest rating on WhoScored.com. On Christmas Eve, Hibernian beat Livingstone, I presume, 4-0. He scored 1, got an assist, 8.07. Against Celtic, 4 days later, 66 minutes. So they're easing him in. He's only played 2 90-minute games and 1 near close to 90. So they are easing him in. But in that game, absolute stinker, 5.71. Hearts, defeat, lost 3-0, 6.17. But then, obviously, so the window's open now. He clearly wants to move. He asked to move. He put in a transfer request last year when Birmingham was sniffing around, and for some reason they didn't take the deal. So he's got a hat trick, and then he scored 2. So clearly looking to impress someone. So there you go. He's 25 years old as well. He's going to be 26 this year. I mean, if they make him wait until his contract's up, he's going to be pushing 28. I mean, and all that money, like, he could have quadrupled his wages. But he could have come to England like 2 years ago. He's missed out on all that money. For what? For what? For finishing 6th in the SPL? Well, why? Why? Why are they doing that to him? So here's his history. So obviously, only going back 3 years to 2020. Signed for Hibernian, scored 12 goals in 25 appearances. The season later, this was obviously the one where it was affected by his transfer request. 5 goals in 26, and the injury as well. Now, coming back from his injury in this season, 7 goals in 6 appearances, 482 minutes. One thing I would notice, so obviously first season at Hibs, he wins the average of 1.4 aerials per game. Season after, averages 2.5 aerials won per game. Now coming back from injury, only 0.8. So has he had to change his game up? Is he not jumping as much? Because jumping up and down when you've got a dodgy knee, it's probably not advised. You don't want to land hard on the ground and mess your knee up. So he's had to change his game up, which seems to have improved because his shots per game has gone way up, but his aerials one has gone way down. That may be something, that may not be nothing. Don't know. I don't know, but yeah. So there we go. According to this guy on Twitter, though, close to being completed, and I'll tell you what, I would be very happy with this signing. Very happy indeed. Yeah, I mean, come on, this is insane. I mean, if the guy comes down and scores goals, not talk about quadrupling your wages. If we get in the Premier League, I mean, there must be a thing in the contract that everyone's wages go up in the Premier League. Like, the guy's going to be set for life. I mean, all he has to do is come down and score goals. I mean, how hard can it be? He does that up there for fun. Not only that, so obviously the club are in total overdrive trying to get this striker in. We got this here as well. This was put up in the morning. It's kind of been overshadowed, but I'll bring it to you anyway. This is from FootballInsider247.com. They are sometimes right, sometimes wrong. I think they got both of the Leeds stuff right, so they know Leeds. Sources say Millwall and Bolton Wanderers ready Victor Adeboyejo bids. Millwall and Bolton Wanderers are preparing bids for Burton Albion striker Victor Adeboyejo. Sources have told Football Insider. Wigan have been leading the race for Adeboyejo this month and have been locked in talks with Burton over a deal. Now Millwall and Bolton have joined the suit. They're keen to beat Wigan to the right, red hot strikers signature. There's a video there. I'm not going to play it. Adeboyejo has bagged in 11 goals and provided 2 assists from 26 Burton League appearances this season. He's also added 2 goals in the AFL Trophy. The striker only joined the Millers last summer after leaving Barnsley on a free transfer. He turned out 58 times in the second tier for the Yorkshire side, scoring 5 and assisting once. So he played for Barnsley in the Championship, they're saying, and he's scored 5 goals. He's got he's been in the Championship. He's got Championship experience, but he only scored 5 goals and had 1 assist, which is kind of where we're at with Tom Bradshaw. To be honest with you. The Nigerian-born hitman primarily plays through the centre, but has also earned extensive experience on either flank. He came through the ranks at Arsenal, won a trial at Chelsea 2017, playing twice for the under-23 side. Adeboyejo has racked up just shy of 200 senior appearances, with loans at Bristol Rovers, Cambridge United and Leyton Orient, supplementing his time at Barnsley and Burton. Burton, managed by Dino Maria, sits second bottom in League One after 26 games. Millwall are firmly in the Championship playoff hunt this season, are just 2 points adrift of third place Watford, despite sitting 8th in the table. Wigan Athletic are rock bottom in the second tier with manager Carlo Torri still waiting for his first league win. Bolton are currently sitting in League One playoffs. So yeah, that was put up this morning. I mean, compared to Nisbet, I mean, it's chalk and cheese night and day. But yeah, Kevin Nisbet, that would be a good one. But is it happening? Is it not happening? Who knows? Hopefully Ross knows something. And Ross seems to think it might be happening. So let's all believe Ross then. And on that note, thank you for watching. and goodbye.